Greetings. Happy Wednesday and a Wellness Wednesday indeed. I'm just stopping by for a quick moment to share some pearls of wisdom with you. I'm Dr. Michelle Clay, Michelle like Obama, Clay like Cassius. I am a physician, certified holistic health counselor, clinical nutritionist. My purpose is that of a healing helper, and how that is expressed is through Freeality. And Freeality is a premium wellness experience. I provide tools to transform your wellness, tools to usher you into your tranquility through premium loose leaf herbal teas, corporate wellness solutions, and curated wellness programs specifically for my fabulous women over 40. You can reach me and more information at freeality.com. That's freeality.com. So today is going to be just a little bit different. I'm going to be a little more transparent than I usually am on Wellness Wednesday. I'm still going to drop some pearls, but I'm also want to just be transparent because I know that I'm not the only one that is experiencing this. So, first of all, happy May. May is Self Pleasure Month. Now, get your head out the gutter because that's not the only way to experience pleasure. So, my goal is to experience pleasure every day. Have a pleasurable moment, and we can get that through igniting and activating all of our sense of taste, our sense of smell, our sense of hearing, our sense of sight, and of course, our sense of touch. Today, I'm igniting the sense of taste. Let me go deeper. So, I'm taking a moment to experience pleasure to help release some of the overwhelming stress that I have been experiencing. I've talked a lot about, especially if you are over 40, and that's who I primarily talk to, then we are part of the sandwich generation where dealing with aging parents and still trying to get these children about the nest. Um, and so I've talked before about my father, and right now, my daddy is sick. He was diagnosed with laryngeal or throat cancer back in 2021. And we went through radiation treatment with a little adjuvant chemotherapy. Adjuvant meaning complementary, very low dose. And he did okay, but his cancer has returned. And because of going through radiation in the past, then he is not a surgical candidate. He is not a candidate for radiation again. And the chemotherapy that was recommended at first was a very aggressive type of regimen, which would have wiped him out, literally. So the other option was immunotherapy once every 3 weeks. And he was doing that, but the tumor continued to grow. And this time it has grown to the point where it was obstructing 75% of his trachea, which means that only 25% air, there was only a 25% space of his trachea to have oxygen going down into his lungs. Okay. So they placed what we call a tracheostomy. And maybe you've seen people like that where they make an incision in the trachea and they place a tube. So, in essence, this is where his breathing is coming from through the tube. But as a result of that, I can't talk to him on the phone because I can't understand him. And as a result of that, he was able to eat by mouth for a couple of days, and then the food started coming out of his trachea, which means that there was some food that possibly have gone down to his lungs. That's a risk for death because what we call aspiration. And so I am getting ready to fly to be with him to help take care of him, to lift his spirits because his spirits are down, to help give just pause. What in the world? Sorry about that. To just some lightness of being and a release. But the stress, emotionally, I'm exhausted. So I can't change the situation, but I can shift how I process it, how I deal with it, how I think about it, how I respond to it. And before I pack and go and be consumed in the entire there's so many in and outs. For those of you who are healthcare professionals, you know there's so many in and outs. And I'm on the phone every day with the palliative care physician, with the internal medicine physician, with the ENT, and the case manager. This is daily. We're on the phone. So I'm taking this moment to go to my firstborn, release, recharge. And actually, my daddy's story and my daddy's journey and my journey in that was the impetus for me to officially start Freeality, because it's when I dropped everything and was caring for him. I moved out of an entire house, left the state, put my house on the market to care for him. But those of you who are caregivers know it is exhausting, and you don't have a moment for yourself because all of your focus is on them getting well, them getting what they need, to all their doctor's appointments, keeping track of the labs, the medications, when tests are scheduled, all of these things. It was during that time that Freeality officially began, because the herbal blends that I was drinking to help calm me somewhat, for me to just take a moment. Some of those same blends I actually was giving my dad during that time. But that moment that I was drinking it was just for me. And it may have only been 5 minutes, but that moment was mindful for me to just get in touch and in tune with myself, for me to just breathe a minute, for me to not think about all of the appointments, all of the labs, the CT scans, all of that. And so today, I'm taking this moment of pleasure, of mindfulness, to just release. And it's so appropriate that I'm drinking this one today, because this is where it all started. Release, recharge. It's my firstborn, as I say. And this hibiscus base, it has rosemary in it, and just when you smell it, you can smell some of the rosemary. So instantly I'm calmed. And I love the smell of rosemary. It's pleasurable to my sense of smell. And then just sipping. That is so good. And the taste is very pleasurable to me. There's also cinnamon in here, giving it a hint of sweetness. You know, hibiscus could be a little tart. And I'm just taking this moment before the majority of my moments are focused on my dad, making him comfortable, helping him to, if I can bring some joy and light, then that's my mission. That's the intention. That's the goal. So that's all I want to share with you today. So in this month of self-pleasure, get a food that's very pleasurable to you. It really is pleasing to your senses, to your taste, and eat it very slowly, savoring every bite, every moment, every swallow. Or cup of tea, specifically Freeality. And and allowing each sip mm, 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 to be pleasing to every taste bud that the blend washes over, and allow the sense of calm and ease to come upon you. And in that moment, you are well, you are more than enough, you are in abundance, and you are calm. So thank you for joining me. I hope that this has blessed someone today. And know that don't go into anything with a sense of guilt to pour out continuously where you are left depleted. It's okay to take your moment. And when you take that moment, be mindful that it brings you joy and that it brings you calm and it brings you pleasure. So I'm Dr. Michelle, and to get this blend, head on over to freeality.com. If you want to experience the same kind of sip and soothing, pleasurable moment. So be well, do something well and wonderful for yourself. Dr. Michelle, signing off. Bye. Have a positive day.